So
Okay.
when you refer to public employees as hiring hookers and this or that, you lose your credibility.
We went through hell.
Thank you, sir. Sit down. You can present and say anything you want, but what you say and how you say it matters if you want to have an actual impact on the people who make public policy. You should know that. Thank you. Next.
My next speaker is Trina Whitney, then
Excuse
Sarah.
me, are you talking about the police?
I'm talking about social justice.
No, you're going to have to wait. You can sit down.
I am not here to speak on the commission.
I'm going to call you
I am not
when
here
it
to
comes
speak on the commission.
Excuse me, I run the meeting. If you want to shout out, I'm going to warn you, and then I'm going to ask you to leave. I've given... Excuse me. Nikki, you're out. You're out, Nikki. Goodbye. You've been warned. You are disrupting the meeting. I'm asking you to leave. For the 10th time, go. You're out. We're not doing it. You're out. All of you, go. You know what? I'm going to say something. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want. When you refer to members of the police force as Gestapo, I find that unacceptable. Period. End of story. You can leave too. You don't refer to men and women in uniform as members of the Gestapo. Hell with you. Next. 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 Next.
Next speaker is Sarah Michaels.
Families that lost their sons and daughters.
What if it's not your wife?
Only cowards kill people. That was your son and daughter.
Next.
I have no more speakers for matters not on the agenda. The other items are, I believe, in regards to the police item. which
Okay,
will be
the rest
heard
of the
after
names
public
remaining
hearing.
will be called during the police item. Moving on to the next item. Thank you very much.
It should be public comment. It does not matter. It should be public comment, and every issue should be addressed the way it needs to be fucking addressed.
Mr. Clark, you are interrupting the proceeding, and I'm going to ask you to leave. Please leave.
That's for
Please.
Brandon Smith, Rob. How you gonna sit there and tell somebody
Clark.
that they don't have the right to sit there and talk?
Mr. Clark, you must leave, sir. Thank you. Calvin, you are going to be called when the police have... I limited...
Fuck you mean? Y'all better stand up for what's right.
Mr. Clark, you have...
Step on Clark. Brandon Smith, 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 step on Clark.
Please remove Mr. Clark. Now.
Fuck me a little.
Now. You have...
It was not a place.
Mr. Coughlin, I'm going to ask you to leave in a moment if you do not sit down, and I'll call you when I'm ready to call you. I'll call you when we're ready to call you. You will get the chance to speak. Sit down, please. No, we're not. Mr. Coughlin, you're out. Out. Please escort him out. All right. Now, let me just say, hold on. Hold on.
I didn't put police commissioner or any
Madam
of it.
City, hold on, ma'am. Madam City Attorney, for at least the 7th or 8th time, the gentleman, Mr. Clark, who sat in the front row, has disrupted the meeting. And so I'm going to ask here publicly that he not be allowed to come into chambers where he has disrupted us every single time for at least the next month. If he can come back in here after a month and not disrupt the meeting, he'll be welcome back. That's my order. I'd like you to enforce it, please. Can you shout out again? I'm going to ask you to leave. One more time. We don't have a card for you. Sit down, sir. We're not calling you now. No, we're moving ahead with the meeting. Sit down. Sit down. We're not calling you, sir. Sit down.
Okay, your policies are violated by you.
Sit down. All right. Let's take the next item on the agenda.